Okay, so let's say I'm a young boy coming up to you and I'm totally clueless. I think I know everything. Maybe what would be three things that we could start cultivating? If I was a young man that approached you and like someone said, this young boy needs a mentor, he needs to learn how to be a
Yeah.
man, what would you start? Maybe three
Well,
things.
I'd start by telling him what I just told you, that he is growing into a young adult who is going to have to be intensely competitive.
Yes.
In other words, if he, for example, if you are in the bottom 40% of the male hierarchy in a place like Nairobi,
Yes.
you will never get married or have a family or have a stable environment because the women will just ignore you. You see, so he does not want to be in that bottom 40%.
Yes.
That means he should start pacing himself even while he's at school. He should be ranking himself against his colleagues.
Okay.
And if they're all getting better marks than him at school and they're learning better skills in the sports and social life, he's going to be the loser. So he's got to start thinking competitively. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. Now, you mentioned competitively in academics, you did mention social life. How can a boy make himself competitive in social life?
Well, first of all, he can't stay at home and play video games all day. He's actually got to go out there and learn the skills of talking to real life people. And he's got to start thinking about those social interactions. He's got to, for example, when he talks to, I don't know, just an assistant in a shop, he's got to think about what he's doing and how do I get the best out of this interaction. You see what I mean?
Yes.
The moment you start to focus on the interactions and winning interactions, then you start on that path of being an effective competitor.
I like that. That's a
Now,
very powerful point.
yeah, you see, a lot of boys and girls in their teens have no inkling of how competitive the world is
Yes.
and what its impact is going to be and the skills they need in order to be effective in it. They somehow get the impression from school that if you pass your exams, everything will work. Well, it ain't like that, as obviously you know.
Yeah, but can you blame us for thinking that way? Like I mentioned earlier.
No. The fault is the schools.
Yes, the fault is the
But
schools.
they neither tell people about that
Okay.
drill, nor do they give them the skills